Oh shit! I totally did.
Maybe I do need to stand 6 feet apart.
Well, good morning. We're all here.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months, I think, since we've all been here. So, quick update. Kevin, what's with you today?
I'm happy to be here. The smoke is still here. Okay, so here's the one thing that I was kind of thinking about as I'm coming in today.
Yeah.
We've had like almost this whole summer has been a water advisory at the church.
Yes.
So I've been bringing water from home all the time, especially when I bike. You know, I bring lots of water with me. We had a water main burst in Glen Rosa.
Yeah.
And that same day, we got an update that the church is off water advisory.
Absolutely.
So now it's all thrown off, but at least there's clean water for me to drink somewhere.
So now you're bringing water from church to home?
So you're probably all the more
up.
dialing in with like Cycle for Water, because they're all about bringing clean water to people.
Absolutely.
And you're like, I'm the people now.
That's true.
You know, welcome to those of us who've dealt with Rose Valley for years. It's great. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Clean water somewhere.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. How about you, Chris? What's new?
What's new? Well, I'm here. That's new. That feels new. I was trying a minute ago to think back. Okay, what was life like back in May, the last time we were all together? And it almost feels like nothing has changed, because it's like COVID was up and now it is again. But anyways, I'm here for a few days. You won't see me on Sunday because I'm checking out again. I'm heading to the land of the East, and but I'm here for a few days. It's been nice. We spent time away down on the coast where the air is actually clear. They have this thing there. It's called the sky. It's blue and it's beautiful.
We did see it a couple days ago.
There's the waters above and the waters below, and you're like, oh, this is God's creation. It was lovely, and we got to hang out with lots of family, and which is wonderful because it's people we haven't seen a lot in the last little bit.
And this weekend you're where?
I'm in Edmonton.
Doing what?
I have to wear goofy clothes and walk across a stage. That's what I have to do. And no one's getting married. I'm already there. But it's my grad this weekend. So because in Alberta there is no COVID. They're just like, no, we're done with it. It's behind us. And so you get
the
to do
numbers
stuff.
Are zero.
Yeah, right. No, totally. Right. You don't find what you don't look for. And so I will cap and gown it and.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But I feel like it's been like. It keeps coming up again. Like, okay, it's May, it's done, and now I'll be glad when it's just finally done, and we can just be like, nah, we're done. We can move on, next topic, and keep going. But that's
more important for you, for your family, is the West Edmonton Mall, right?
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. So we had been promising our kids, because sometimes they'd come out with me. I would go out for a week of class, and they would come along, and almost every time while I'm in class, they would spend a day and they'd go to West Edmonton Mall and they'd poke around the mall, which is funny because they never go to the mall in Kelowna, and it's all the same stores, just whatever. But they go to the mall and they hang out and they always stare at the window where you overlook the water park. And my kids just drool and go, "Can we please?" And Sheena's always like, "No." But then at one point she said, "You know what? When Daddy graduates," and I don't know if she thought that it would never happen. And I'm confident she thought it would eventually happen. She just didn't, so then it became, we get to go there when Daddy graduates. And now, then grad, and then it was like, oh, we might not do a grad because of COVID. And then they're like, no, but then now we are, because whatever. And so, yes, we are going to spend a day. There's a day slotted where we're going to go to the water slides. And I think the kids, I know they care more about that than anything else, which is okay. Because let's be honest, grads are boring, right? I've never watched a Taylor grad.
Unless you're in it.
Well, yeah, unless you're in it.
Maybe. And sometimes that's boring too.
Right. And I remember going to siblings grads, and it's like, oh, good. Yeah, it's boring. Right. And so, I get it. The kids aren't going to be excited to sit there for an hour or whatever, and but whatever. But water slides, yes. Yeah, we'll get there.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll be excited for you this
Thank
weekend.
you. Yeah,
for me, just smoke, and I'm building some shade on my deck and getting close to having that ready. So I'm excited.
You just You just want a shady deck.
I'm almost ready to take it down for the fall, for the winter, by the time I get it done. But that's exciting. So just making progress on the things at home that we all want to get done. And so, yeah, it's good. And as for Lakeview, we got some stuff to bring you up to date on as well. As you know, COVID is up, it's down. We got to kind of go with the flow. We still want to have your pictures. We want to get pictures of your family. We want to be able to see who's part of us, who's in the building at different times, whether we're all together or not. We can see who's there, and then we can look and see people's face associated with the name. So when we see them in person, we can say hi. So please send in a picture of your family. The best way is by email. I guess you've been asked.
Some people have asked that in Sunday morning. They've been like, how do you want this? Email is awesome. A digital photo is great. We can print it, we can resize it, and then it just saves you the hassle of figuring out, how do I get these printed? I know a lot of you probably already print your photos. I can't tell you the last time I took photos in to be printed. I think Sheena at Christmas time will, but other than that, it's been years since we've really just decided, let's print this out. And so, hey, just digital is awesome for us. And if you don't have that for whatever reason, you know what? We could take your picture on a Sunday morning. Yeah. There's really no reason why we can't.
We have cameras.
We have cameras. We also have phones. And I mean, the photos maybe aren't as awesome, but you know what? This is meant to be a little family anyways. Like, please don't go book a studio thing just so you can send a picture to us. Just, I'll tell you what, my family took a selfie on a ferry last week, and sure, there's some squid, but it's us. And I think that's what we want. We want from you is just show us who you are. And for me, it also, and we were talking about this earlier, it's nice because I think in these sort of more, I don't even know the word for it anymore, but times when we're not all together, it can be really easy to think, no, that Lakeview's smaller than it is, and it's really easy to lose sight of the fact that we're part of a bigger community. And so even if you, for whatever reason, don't come Sunday morning, just whether it's, you're not sure yet, or it's COVID, or you know, other issues, send us a picture. We'd love to put it up on the wall because you're part of Lakeview. And if we're your home church and we're your church that you're like, part of, we'd love to have your picture in that, because again, it helps us realize there's more to this family of believers than just maybe the people I see every Sunday morning. And especially with COVID, when we can't all be together.
And often we've talked about that you actually do, even though you might not think it, you actually do need other people around you, including your church family, just as much as we need you, right? So there's, even though you might not think you need other people, like you can stay at home, you can do your thing, we actually need you, and you need us, and there's like this amazing relationship that does happen. And so the opportunity to just kind of just say, we're in this together is actually a really good thing. So this is one of the ways that we want to do that, is just to be able to say, here's some faces, here's some people you can be thinking about and praying for, and be together.
You walk into somebody's house and you look at the wall of pictures of their family, and this is our place where we can walk in and say, this is our family.
So absolutely.
It'll be kind of fun.
It'll be lovely.
So that's one thing. So please send in pictures if you haven't. Some of you have already. Thank you. Chris, you have something coming up with you?
Well, hey,
maybe.
And hopefully, okay. We have a fairly long-standing tradition of youth starting the year with a camping trip, and we've got one planned for this year. It's coming up September 10th. If you've got teens who want to be part of that, grade 7 through 12, we'd love to have them along. We're holding it loosely right now, just because we don't know where, COVID's not going in a good direction, and things could get a lot worse before they get better. And so, but we can't on the 9th go, okay, let's go camping if we don't have anything planned. And so we are planning for it, but we're holding it loosely. We might have to cancel it last minute, but we'll evaluate where things are at in the week right before, but that's only a couple weeks away. So we'd love, we're inviting people to register, sign up. You can, we don't have it on our church website, but you can message me, email me, and I'll send you the link to the registration is online through our Facebook, through our email list, things like that. And we'd love to get your teen signed up and join us for a weekend in the Rock Creek area. We're going to go down to the Kettle River Provincial Park and hang out there for 2 nights. So
my son's really excited about that.
That's an awesome thing too. Just go hang out outside, right?
Right.
Like, what better place to be?
Yeah.
And absolutely, and it's a beautiful area, and it's not too far, and it's different. So this is the first time we've not been at Fintry Provincial Park. So I know some of our youth and leaders are calling it the Fintry camping trip, just because that's what they've always called it. And it's like, okay, but we're not going to be at Fintry, but we're going Fintry. So I don't know. Don't be confused by that. We're going to go camping in Rock Creek, but it's Fintry, and it'll be fun. It's just a weekend to hang out, and it's always sort of kind of set the tone for the ministry year in our youth group, and build relationships with new people. And we have a lot of new people, like a lot of grade 7s coming up that aren't as well connected with others, and it's a great chance to get to know people.
So that's exciting. And if you're not part of that, be praying for the youth. There's a lot of youth that come on Monday night that aren't part of our church even.
Totally.
Like their families aren't part of our church yet, maybe, or so. Be praying for them. Kevin, tell us a little bit about bicycling.
I've been following along with the Cycling for Water team with the 4 riders and Lyndon, who they're making their way across. 2 weeks ago, I actually tried really hard to get to Salmon Arm to go cycling with them up to Golden, and I was this close. And the reason that all changed was because Glen Rosa was on fire, and we had to run. We had to not run. We actually had to drive back through and underneath the White Rock Lake. White Rock Lake fire, and like just this looming thing. So we had to like go there. Got to Salmon Arm, it was ash, and then found out Glen Rosa was on fire, so we came right back that night. And so I tried really hard, but anyways, really excited about where they're at. They're making their way across Canada. Right now, as of this, they're kind of going through and almost exiting Saskatchewan at this point. And so you can be praying for them. Follow them at cyclingforwater.ca/blog. And it's really awesome. I don't know how many wells that they've raised, but the fact that we got to be a huge part of that, and really excited for where they're headed all the way to Halifax, and lots of amazing things. Like, and even just thinking about, okay, so if the water coming out of my tap is all brown and terrible, and I have to boil it, and like, that's such an inconvenience. Could you imagine if it wasn't just an inconvenience, it was actually deadly, right? Like that's a really big deal. And so that's why, this is such an awesome thing for us to continue to get behind and celebrate and follow along with them on the website and on the blog.
Yeah, they do a really good job of daily updates on that blog. What's the blog again?
Cyclingforwater.ca, cycling for with the number 4 water.ca/blog, which is right here.
Yeah.
Right here?
Roughly.
Well, thank you for tuning in and finding out what's going on at Lakeview. We're looking forward to seeing you and seeing your pictures.